Audio Jungle.
Okay, so we okay, sure, sure. Yeah, good evening, everyone. I'm your host, Dr. Anju, and I welcome you all for one more powerful session of Beyond Education series by Idym Group. It is a unique talk show that invites people from different parts of the world to share their experiences, views, and success stories. Youths play an important role in progress and development of our nation as they constitute a majority portion of the total population of the country. Young kids are crucial because they are the foundation of our future. They are our partners today, but they will become our leaders tomorrow. Youth energy is one of the most critical factors for any nation. And if it is channelized in the right direction at that point, it could do marvels to the nation. It gives me immense pleasure in presenting to you a young and dynamic guest speaker, Asa Truxana from Kilakarai, India. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thank you, Anjum. Welcome. I wish to, further proceed with the
Okay.
interview.
Okay. So before starting the session, let me introduce to all of you our guest speaker. She studies BSc Cybersecurity at Hassan Bibi Abdul Qadir College for Women. She is a world record holder in the Orange Book of Records. She was top listed as top two of the hundreds of the powerful portfolios of Indian teens in WorldSkill. She was awarded by the Central Minister of Tamil Nadu for securing first place in the elocution competition conducted by DMK's Youth Wing. She has been the moderator and speaker for Global Student Leadership Conclave 2021, winner of National Talented Kids Award as recognized by Navbharat Rashtriya Gyanpeeth, represented India in the international conference conducted by International Internship University. She has received Youth Lifetime Achievement Award from Rotary International District 3212, received Best Book Editor of 2022 speaker and moderator for various national and international conferences. She is mental health advocate for Shunya Project, president of Rotaract Club, co-founder of Shikshit Bharat, president of Kelakarai for Global Peace Foundation, and much more. So this was in short about you, ma'am, and uh, so let's start. Sometimes when I was reading your profile, I was actually seeing how could a person do so many things at a time. Well, before my first question at the interaction is that you're doing BSc in cybersecurity. So why did you choose this branch? How did you? It was your interest, your choice, your passion. What was it?
So, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, Anjum. I think you have thoroughly go through my resume and, brought up this wonderful start. So yeah, it's all by the grace of Almighty that I decided to choose anything and everything in my life. And I see that while getting into college, I'm currently doing my second year in undergraduate. So I chose cybersecurity because I was very much interested in computer. Like I literally want to learn more about computer because my life entirely depends on the screen that I have in before. So I'm a person who is 24/7 active on all the social medias and who uses phones and laptops more commonly than anyone else. So I wanted to make sure that I am secure, I am safeguarded from any external threats that of today I'm meeting. So yeah, that one such reason that I wanted to select, and plus that was the new course that was introduced in my college. So yeah, these were the two reasons that I wanted to just slide into it. We were just two students in the entire department of cybersecurity currently. Yeah, still going through it. Inshallah, it will be a great blast.
Yes, it is actually a challenging field, we can say, and something which is actually emerging now. And it has become the need of the hour, especially for the youth, that they should be aware of this cyber security, because a lot of cyber crimes and cyber frauds, online frauds are going on. Okay, like you work so much for the youth, and you are a youth, in fact. You are so young. And what, according to you, are some of the problems that are being faced by the youth in the country?
So I would say that the important barricades for youth, especially girl children of this brown family, so-called brown family, we go through a lot. We need our parents, our supporters, guidance in each and every step, and we cannot take any step, with our own knowledge or with in our own hand. So that's the reason that I wanted to, like break all these barricades and come out of it and shine like what I wanted to shine. But still, I cannot do it. But I'm trying to do something that I can for for the world. So I do this by means of conducting a webinar, because the only awareness that I can provide to the people is by talking with them. And I saw one of the memes that was, randomly circulating on the internet. So it says as if, when a man wants to go forward, he has no barricades in the line. Like it showed as if, okay, it was a running race, and they showed that this image. So a man has no rush in the pathway. Whereas if a woman, there is washing machine, there is a fridge, there is children, like there is family and everything on her line. So it becomes very difficult for women to move out of the track and follow her passion and achieve something out of her own curiosity. So this wanted me to be a change, and I already believe so much in the words of Mahatma Gandhi: be the change that you want to see in the world. So I definitely this by the will of Allah, whatever I take, Allah has been guiding me in all the ways possible. And even if today I'm here, no, it's all by the will and grace of Almighty that I'm right here. So one thing that I would say is breaking the barricades, but not breaking my modesty, is something that motivates me to move further and further in life.
Yes, rightly said, Sana. It's very important. Breaking the barricades, but not breaking the modesty. And this is somewhere, even I wouldn't like to like compromise any time. And yes, like I was already speaking when I started with the session, yes, that youth are the nation builders. They are the future of our country. So, what, according to you, are the role of the youth in nation building?
So, role of the youth in nation building. Firstly, each and every youth must be aware of the problems and situation that they are going through in their era. So practically, if you could see, if you can take, for example, India or any other country, you can see the political crisis that is going on, and you can see the amount of trauma that every kid is going through, either because of their school, either because of their college, or either because of anything. But there is something that is a barricade and that influenced the child in a negative way. So, firstly, in order to build a nation in a proper manner, a youth must be a person who understands the issue, what is happening around him. So, first step is to analyze the issue. And secondly, the role that has to be played by the youth, right? So, that is far more complicated, because once you're trying from the smaller years, right? When you're groomed from the beginning itself in order to work for your nation, work for the society, that's when you come to know that this is how you're going to lead your life. You're going to serve the nation, you're going to serve yourself, and you're going to lead a secure life, in order to be being a person with such nature. So see, moreover than a role of the youth, I would say that the role of the parents of the youth of current generation plays a very vital role. So grooming the children from the beginning itself, teaching them about the moral values of what they have to abide by and what not, and instead of go, they see everything starts from the household itself. When you allow the kid to make a lie, say something that is not truth, and you enjoy it by like just smiling or laughing, that is not the case. You shouldn't be like that, because this same lie gets over and over and over again, and that's developed into some some other ratio that we never expect out of. So I would definitely say that the role of the youth in current era is to safeguard themselves from all the trauma, and not only themselves, they have to safeguard the entire society, at least who they are belonging to. So everything depends on the safeguarding, and in order to safeguard it, you'll have to analyze, critically think, and then critically replicate.
Yeah, wonderful. That was really a wonderful answer. We have to critically think about anything that is coming in front of us. Not just thinking. Earlier it was just positive and negative thinking, but nowadays we say not positive or negative. Think critical. That's what we say always. And this is as you're associated with social organization, but I think somewhere here when I speak to the students about getting a membership in a social organization or getting associated with a social organization, still the awareness is somewhere little less among the youth. So, what according to you is the importance of joining social organizations, especially for youth?
Okay, so for this question, see, this is yet an interesting but an very complicated question. To answer it, we work for the organization that we have our heart connected to, either to the organization or to the the goal that they are moving forward to, right? So these are the two impediments that you have to look for before joining in any organization. So if you could take me currently, I am 18 years old and I'm working with 15 to 16 plus organization and under 17 LDGs. So sustainable development goals by 2030, it was a dream for many. But as due to uncertain issues that has been happening in the past, we are not moving anyway further into it, but we are moving backward into it. So set your goal first to help the people, help the nation into sustainable development. So that's how I search up for several organization and put up my mind into it, because I search up. So my main concern is about the environmental crisis that is happening in a very objective way. I couldn't even imagine what would happen to the earth in the next 20, 30 years, because we have been destroying it in a manner that no one expected out of us. So definitely choosing your reason in order to proceed with the organization is your first goal, because that is the way that you work in any organization when you want to join.
Very well said. As like getting associated with social organizations. So, my next question is actually for Retractor, because you are a Retractor, president of Retract Club of Tuntrapur, and I can say this term very properly because even I am a Rotarian and I am
Wow.
associated with Rotary. Yeah, so see, we are sitting in different parts of the country, and now we came to know that we are associated with the same organizations as well. Okay, so we would like to know about some of your experiences as a member of Rotaract Club, and because now you're also the president of Rotaract Club. So, what all are the activities that you are doing?
So, Rotary and Rotact, like as you know, see, I would like to explain for the people that don't know about Rotact, because when I went to my college and asked people about Rotact in order to help them join the club, they were not aware of the Rotact or the Rotary Club, because that's how we are. We are not aware of the situation that is happening around us. So, yeah. Rotary is an international club that is functioning in many countries, and above all, this Rotary is something that influenced a lot of people to do something good, to do something that is positive for the society, for positive for the nature. So after joining the Rotary Club in my college, it was my first year. So they wanted me to be the president after seeing all my extracurricular activities that I've been doing all along. So they wanted me to be the president of the Rotary Club. I said yes. I didn't think of it because it's something that is very usual for me to go to places and talk about the awareness topics, right? So as far as now, because we had some COVID issues and everything, we had some backlashes even though when I joined in my first year. So as far as concerned, there were like 2 to 3 activities that has been done, and out of all of these, there is one such activity which was I don't remember the speaker's name, but she was a stellar performer. So she was the one who educated the people right there, who around, I think, yeah, 3,000 plus people participated in that program, from 1K to 3,000K, 3K. They participated in the program, and in this program, the knowledge about the younger generation, the empowerment about the women have been given in a strong manner. Like that was one such experience which was holding my heart, because I had a lot of knowledge from that women. I had a lot of knowledge from that rest of the people who are gathered here. And that's when I started to learn that there is something that is far more concerned apart from being an empowered women. So I still remember there is a word, like she said, yeah, so she and her husband were there. So she was like, he is I am his better half and he is my best half. So one experience that I would like to highlight with the Rotaract thing is this: when a woman needs to get empowered, there needs to be a potential partner who supports her at every cost. So this was such good experience of me learning about the importance of the partner, as well as learning about the women empowerment, as to how the people can overcome a lot of difficulties that they are facing in their lifetime. So Rotaract Club has taught me a lot. It taught me about a lot with regards to my health issues. Like recently, we had this with one of the doctors. So he actually guided us on how the mental health and everything. So being on Rotaract as a president itself learns you a lot of knowledge. You get to arrange up a lot in offline mode, because I have arranged a lot in online. And my experience is like, I'm just now learning how to put people through offline needs. So this was such experience which made me analyze that these are the difficulties that we will be facing in order to conduct an offline meet. And yeah, learning about women empowerment was one such great experience. And also learning about how to conduct offline meets was something that was a lesson for life.
Yes, this is actually all the activities that we have in Rotaract and Rotary. They're all great learning experiences. We learn a lot from all these activities. And somewhere when we look at the youth today, somewhere the mental health problems, peer pressure, bullying are some of the problems that are commonly faced by the youth nowadays. But you're also a mental health advocate for Shunya Project, right? So, can you just tell like what kind of activities or work that you have been doing through this platform?
Okay, so mental health, like there is no one in the world that is not suffering from any kind of depression. I would say, like, be it a teen, be it a younger kid who is like 5 years old, 6 years old, and some kid will be like, oh my god, I'm getting tensed. I'm like, man, you're just 5 years old. Why are you getting tensed? Because this is some kind of issues that we face at our younger stage. Because that issue at that stage would be a bigger one, when comparatively we don't even care about it, bother about it. So that this is where the ignorance starts. So once the ignorance start, the people who are much younger to the people who they are conveying to would be felt unwanted. So they would be thought, like, they would belittle themselves, and they think that, oh my god, I'm making a very small issue. Why does it sound as a small issue to them when it is not to me? So this is where every mental health problem starts, because you don't get into this mental health issues right after you get some kind of depression. You go to someone, you talk with them, and only after getting the kind of ignorance or negligence from that person, you get through a lot of trauma. So that is where ignorance is where all these mental health trauma start. So that this is what I clearly understood while working with Shunya project. Currently, we have just kept it on hold. So it was one of my friend who was Niharika Chaudhary. It was just very first of few organizations. Like I started my entire life with this mental health organization, and I still remember those days because during the death of my grandma, my legs used to shatter and they used to tremble a lot because I would not be able to. I would be very afraid of the night. I would be very afraid of the dark because see, I was very grown up. Like it was on my 12th grade leave. So during my I was about to enter my college. And it was that time, like even I was proceeding with my college, and then if my college was to start in October, my grandma passed away in August. So even though I was well matured at that time, even though I have joined this organization at that time, I wasn't able to cope up with the loss that I have at that time. So something that is far more concerned about mental issues is that you need to have a soul that hears your heart out. That's something that is very necessary, and I feel that those people who have got such people in their life, they are blessed. So my experience with Shunya project, if you want to be very specific, is we educate people with a lot more lives. We educate people with Instagram posts and everything. So one such live I had was with a psychologist. So I never thought I was like I didn't have that far sighted to think of how these people would be going through traumas as well. Because after hearing her talk a lot about her own mental health, I was stunned. Like, would the psychologists themselves go through these many mental, issues? Because that was very new to me. And she told me that, we had to, she was from South Africa. So she told me, we have these levels to clear up. And I asked her straight away, before clearing up anyone with mental issues, you yourself will be a person who was into that mental issue, right? And she was like, yes, definitely, yes. So they have this lot of mental issues within themselves as well. So one thing that we fail to understand from the whole universe is that each and every one, even you, even me, we go through something that is affecting us mentally. So understanding is something that I got, a bunch of lesson from the Shunya project. So my experience with Shunya project is very profound, and I really think that I have learned a lesson for my lifetime, and we wish to continue it further as well. So this is helping me a lot in my own way, either to proceed with my examinations, either to proceed with my fellow lives and all. Yeah, it's great. It was a great experience of learning and understanding what mental issues are actually for myself, and to help the people educate about it.
Yeah, that's really great to know about how you have been working on this project. And I have been observing you for the last few minutes. You have excellent communication skills. So I just want to know, how did you develop such excellent communication skill at such a young age?
No, no, it's like, I would say that all thanks to Allah alone. Like, I wouldn't have got this English knowledge if it wasn't Allah. Say, I studied in my, I was passing in my, 1 year I studied in Dubai, in UAE. I'll work a school called Our Own English High School, which was top second on the time that I was studying. So over that school, I got to learn a lot. I wasn't a girl who used to talk a lot. I wasn't a girl who used to, know more about English. I was at that time. I used to be a person who doesn't even know how to, further proceed with the life that throws out. Yeah. So that 1 year of experience, my grade 5 experience there at Al Waka, Our Own English High School, was something that after discontinuing and coming back to India, it taught me a lot of lessons. It taught me a lesson for lifetime. And during my school, I studied my school in Islamia Matriculation Higher Secondary School. So during my joining, either from my joining or from the beginning. So it was my sixth grade. I joined an elocution, which was in Tamil, and we talked on the topic was Tannambike, which means self confidence. And yeah, so at that time, I had a teacher called Nausat, and then there were fellow teachers like Nargis, Asma, and one second. So it was at that time I got into that school, and we had a lot of elocution competitions. So I definitely loved joining a lot of competition. And at that time, I just still remember the caption that was given by my correspondent, which is MMK Brahim. So he quoted like, Tannambikkai Pachi Tannambikkodu Nurayatrum, and it was in Tamil, like, a girl orating about self-confidence with self-confidence. So motivation like this made me to further proceed with my life. At that time, getting a comment from such a legend was not that simple. So I got the comment, and then Allah made me to proceed further on that journey and joining a lot of elocution competition, be it English, be it Tamil. It learned me a lot. It taught me a lot. So keeping all those lessons on track, and now my journey during this COVID-19, when I joined a lot of organization, mainly the Shunya Project and Global Students Leadership Conclave. So these were something that taught me how to improvise on my English. And yeah, today I'm here, all with the grace of Almighty, who could talk continuously and spontaneously in English.
Yeah, it's all the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we go on proceeding and we believe in him and we just use every part. And also you were talking about so many of experiences, like you participated in so many competitions and you're associated with your organization, with the help of which you are now you could develop yourself, you could develop your communication skills. And this is sometimes, even I keep on telling my students, like success comes with confidence and confidence comes with practice. I always keep on telling them you have to practice. You have to practice with each and every uh, each and every event that is coming on your way. You have to practice. And yes, with this, I would like to go to the next question. Like now, there are many kind of you know, many kind of hard skills, soft skills that should be developed by the students. So, according to the present age, what are the few hard skills and the soft skills that should be acquired by the students for a successful career?
So yeah, in my life, you need this compulsory two things. One is technical knowledge, and the other one is your mouth. That is your communication strength. So communicating with a lot of people and developing your network is something that I learned in my entire journey. So if some say opportunities do not knock down your door each and every time. Okay, so you have to move on by knocking yourself at first, and then you can see a lot of opportunities knocking your door down to the hill, and wherever you are recognized. So first you need is God by your side. Second is your technical knowledge. Third is your communication skill, because even though your technical knowledge is not going to give you hands, you have this communication with yours. So you can join any other organization with your communication skills, either by dumping the organization which dumps you, or by moving forward to pressurize and move yourself together into a good place. So yeah, technical knowledge, communication, and above all, God by your side.
Yes, God by your side. That's right. That's right. It is the first, always the first thing. Even I agree to it. And yes, one question. What, according to you, empowered women?
I cannot hear you clearly. Like I think there is this noise that's coming back.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Can you ask the question again? I cannot see you
Yeah,
clear.
sure, sure. Yeah. What, according to you, is an empowered woman?
So this, yeah, what a question, bro. Like, damn, this is a wonderful question. So I want to answer this in a far-sighted way. Okay, so when it becomes a person with empowerment, it needs a lot of courage. Okay, balancing your both professional and personal life, that is something that is very important, and that's how I see an empowered women as. You are a person with a lot of courage. You are a person who can bear even the pain of the pregnancy, right? So you must be the person who can tackle all the negativity that the world throws out on you, and I see every woman empowered, be it a homemaker, be it a one that is, ruling the nation, be it the one that is, having everything. See, ruling the nation and ruling the household are the same. You get to rule with the people out there in the country, and you get to rule with the people of your household in your household, right? So I see every woman is empowered, but being powered with the empowerment is something that is very different. So getting on track with your personal and professional life and doing something that makes a change in the society as well as in the nation is how I define an empowered woman.
Wonderful answer. That was really a wonderful answer for a wonderful question, in fact. Okay. And what what do you like to do when you're free? Yeah.
Anjum, is my network bad or yours? I am not able to, like continuously hear you out.
Can I repeat the question?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Yeah, I just asked a question. What are your hobbies?
My hobbies is like communicating and talking with a lot of people and developing my network. I want to have a large circle, and I have a large circle with very small close friends. So I have a very diverse network which I can contribute in a lot good manner, and that's how I've been proceeding with my life. So my only hobby is to communicate and make a team. So I don't sit still and do something that is unwarranted, as some kids in my era used to do. Say, I enjoy a lot in my life, but that doesn't matter that I have to clearly focus on my enjoyment at this purpose, because I've been taught by my mother that the molding that she has given me, that is something that is paying back on my entire journey. She always say that you will have to be empowered, you will have to have a great strength within yourself, and you will have it. So one thing that I actually believe is communicating with a lot of people, understanding their ideologies, would definitely help me achieve the goals and the words that are said by my mother. So yeah, my hobbies are communicating and widening up my network, plus achieving the goal that my mother has given me. So these are not considered to be hobby, but I don't have anything specific to be coming under the quotation hobby. So yeah, I don't have any hobby at all, and other than that I want to make a change and I want to communicate with a lot of people.
Yes. Even that is a very good thing, communicating with a lot of people. And as you were speaking, you don't like to sit still. Because that can actually, if someone reads your resume, he or she can know it very clearly, because you have been working with so many organizations and holding different positions and doing a lot of work. So certainly you won't ever sit still. And yes, because you have a number of achievements. So, what, according to you, is your biggest achievement?
Um, my biggest achievement so far. So I still feel like it still hits my heart that I wasn't able to go there, but I consider this as my very big achievement. So it was at that time, like a month or two passed by. So we had this event in London. So I was given an opportunity to talk in the British Parliament, Alhamdulillah. And so this was the first ever opportunity that was given to any youth from India. And specifically, four youths from across the world has been given this opportunity to talk as for now. And I was selected under the category Global Humanitarian Award under the category of Youth Excellence, which was specially curated after seeing my extracurricular activities. So, so far, my best and top most achievement that I've ever got is this achievement of getting onto the British Parliament. But yeah, I wasn't able to make up there. I wasn't able to go there because of my uncle. I wouldn't want to, hide it up any bit. See, I come from a very orthodox and I come from a very protective family, so I don't get any chance to travel from land to land in order to further proceed with the career that I have right now. But yes, definitely in a year or two, after reaching like 19 or 20 years old, then they would be having that trust enough to lead me on my own way. So yeah, I consider this as my personal biggest achievement.
Okay. So you have achieved a lot, and when we are through our life journey, there are many people who inspire us. You must be having some role models. So, who are your role models?
Role models. Okay, so this is topic, like I wouldn't want to clearly set someone as my role model and then further proceed with that person, because I'm such person who thinks that having a goal and setting that goal and moving in that direction would definitely lead me to just achieve that goal. Okay, so I have my own definition of goal. I set short-term goals, I achieve it, and then I move on further. But when it comes to setting a long-term goal and going only towards that direction, you become a person who just wants to get it. Okay, so side by side, you don't have any kind of ethics in order to achieve this and that, because there are a lot of opportunities that come in your sight and you don't notice it because you notice that simple goal that is on your hand. So I believe that same as I said about goals, I think about role models. I pick this attribute from one person, I pick this attribute from one person, and I I merge it up and I do my own way. So this is how I've been proceeding with my life, and I don't have anyone as my role model as of now. But yes, in future I might have when I am so impressed by all the qualities that the person has.
And yes, what are your future goals? Did I repeat the question?
Yeah. So my future goals. Okay. My future, as I've told you, my goals are very short term. And it's not a goal. I would consider this as to be my foremost, lines that are written on my grave. Okay. So I would say that, getting through all the dominance that I have right now and getting through this lot of barricades that I have in my life in order to proceed with the career that I love, I definitely want to break this out and come out of it. So this can be considered as a short-term goal. This can be considered as a main line that is on my grave. So I would say that my future goal, goal at any time would be to break the barricades, because barricades would not be the same at every stage of my life, right? So they would be different, and as I said, I stick to my word. So being a short time goal maker, I would consider this to be my short term at every single time, so that I set this as my goal, and I move ahead of this barricade, and then another barricade comes. So then I set this as my goal, and I move that barricade. So this is how I progress with my life. So yeah, it's getting out of this barricades and the dominance I'm facing in my household and my society is something that I want to change, and I will change by the grace of Almighty in the future.
Yeah, by the grace of Almighty, you will be able to change, you will be able to break the barricade. And before going, one last message that you would like to give to the youth, especially for the youth of the country.
Okay, so yeah, always think of your parents or your family members before you do anything that is wrong to the society or to yourself. So this advice would be knocking on your eyes each and every time that you think of something bad. And secondly, know your purpose. Know your purpose for whom and for what you're doing and for which you're doing currently. So moving along with the purpose and not setting a permanent goal would definitely help you in your life. So have a purpose and set a short time goal, and do not move towards a long time goal, because you will only be proceeding with that path by not looking that is going on the right and left side of the same path.
Yes, that was a very powerful message, because we need to set goals. We need to, because if we set goals and then we start planning, and the youth of the today, sometimes I tell them, you don't have any kind of planning, not even for a single day. Yes, you should be setting goals. And with this, we come to the end of the session, and it was really nice, really pleasure interacting with you. And we hope that you will achieve whatever you want in the future by the grace of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. And I thank you for joining the session and sharing your success stories, sharing experiences with all of us. And I also thank Ravi Shankar sir and the IDYM team and Deenat ma'am and everyone associated with this. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Vanama.
Thank you, Anjum. You were a great host, and you were this is my second session with you. So I definitely feel that you have been progressing in a lot good way with learning from a lot of youths of today, be it from a lot. I've seen a lot of Anjum Qureshi in igniting dreams of young minds. So I definitely think that you are a great person, and I can understand your insights from this single life itself. So I definitely wish and pray that you become successful more and more through your entire life journey. Thank you, Idym. Thank you, sir. It was a great life.